Hello everyone and welcome back to Faithful to I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here.
We said it would be sporadic, didn't we? We said we would do one now and then.
Here we are.
Here we are, doing one now and then.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 10 days.
I know. Well, we were met. My name's Ben. Everyone.
Oh, hello, I'm Alex. We may look like the two-headed monster because we're wearing the same colour to be merged into one, but we're not. We are two different people.
Yeah. We were meant to do one a few days ago, but then things happened with cars and it was just impossible to fit it in. So we're a few days late, but who cares?
My tummy is rumbling, isn't it? You said just before we recorded, you said, your tummy rumble. Tummy rumble.
Yeah,
but anyway, well, we're a bit late. We're only a day late. Who cares? This is a chilled podcast.
There's not that much to talk about on I'm a Celebrity. I'm out of here anyway.
I'm a Celebrity is normally a tricky one to kind of, but there has been, look, at the last episode, I made a big point of saying that, I wish there was more about what happened in camp and less about the games that they play outside of camp.
Ant and Dec. Oh, every time they cut to them talking camp, they go, oh, that's really good. That was really nice to watch. That was. Let's go to another trial. And it's like, maybe you could just fit in a few more of them, guys. Yeah,
because the bits when they're talking in camp are actually the bits that I'm interested in, and it's quite nice to see H and Ginge, because I genuinely thought at the beginning of this, I thought, I'm not going to get on with them. They're going to annoy me. They're
10
lads.
days ago, we didn't like them.
They're not my cup of tea. And actually, they're the two that I'm really growing to love more and more and more and more. Especially the way they're kind of like showing like their emotional side, and they're showing that they're homesick. And we learnt about H is doing it for his sister. It was just really sweet, just really, really sweet learning about them too. So I corrected. So again, there's no one in the camp I necessarily don't like, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. But I still want that conflict. I still want those arguments. And even though every now and then there's like little twinge, a little bit there, but they're having their little camp meetings in the morning. That's
the thing. It's a bit, to begin with, it was a bit happy clappy, wasn't it? It was a bit like, let's have a lovely meeting every morning and discuss our troubles. It's like, oh, great.
Let's solve our problems with a great big bowl of ice cream.
I mean, if they were, they're winning lots of stars, so they're getting most of their meals as well. If they were hungrier and not winning their tasks and these little things were happening, they may be a bit more, trouble. Maybe.
We've said before that, like, because they're more savvy about the show, they're more clever about what they know they're going into. Like in the early series, when they didn't know what was going to happen, and to be fair, in like the first couple of series, they're like, I can't believe that they're actually doing this to us as well. People were going hungry, people weren't getting the stars, and so it was much more conflicted in the camp. You don't see that quite so much now on this current series,
and it's only 3 weeks, so like. Let's just say, for example, Tom. If you're going to fake something, you could probably fake it for about 3 weeks.
Ben's adamant that Tom is not putting on that voice. He talks like this, and he's very, very posh, and he keeps using very, very large words in his vocabulary.
Yeah, well, when he then went into his deep voice, his fake voice, it sounded very natural. It suited him. It looked like that was his voice to me.
I think you had a little twinge in your pants.
Yeah. Oh. No, I don't think that I was twinging down there in the nethers. But, I could actually do the whole podcast like this.
Well, he's having to do it throughout every day, 24/7.
I think the vocabulary for a podcast is quite easy to do for a few weeks, actually. So maybe I'll do the whole podcast like this, I think.
That's scaringly good what you did there. Maybe we should have Tom on the show.
Maybe. So we did have 2 new campmates come into the camp who were Tom and Vogue, who came in together, and there was stamps for them to
I'm just waiting to see how long you can keep this up.
I said the rest of the podcast to prove that you can do it.
Let's please not.
To prove that you can do it.
I believe
for
you.
The whole time.
Now put on your normal voice, please. We'll get comments.
So we got Tom, Vogue came in,
right,
and they were giving out badges.
Oh yes, because they were doing like some kind of Cub Scout task.
That's how long it's been since we did a podcast. There's 2 new campmates. And that almost caused a ruckus because people were trying very hard to get the badges. Kelly Brook has not done the impossible, done the thing that's very easy to do, which is upset Kelly Osbourne. Kelly Osbourne, who can start a fight in an empty room with herself. Remember a few days ago when Kelly was cooking and Jack said, oh, do you want me to skin the fish? Kelly said, yes, please skin it. Then he skinned it, and then Kelly was like, you just took the job away from me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm
Days
sorry.
ago.
I don't know where you're leading with this.
Kelly Osbourne posted,
Okay.
don't like Kelly Brooks.
Oh, dear.
Horrible woman. Horrible, nasty little girl.
Horrible, nasty little woman.
So she's picking a fight saying she doesn't like Kelly Brook now because she was horrible to Jack Osbourne. So.
Oh, she wasn't horrible to him.
I know. That's what I mean. Kelly Osbourne could just pick a fight with anyone in an empty room, can't she?
To be fair, Kelly Brooks, she was weird in that situation because she said, Jack, yes, skin it. And then when Jack started skinning it, she started getting all like, no, I don't want you to skin it anymore. I want to do it.
Some people are saying she's a bit of a pick-me because she was doing lots of tasks, desperate to get a badge. So...
Well, they were all desperate for badges because they saw that rewards were attached to the badges. The first night they were given marshmallows, and then the second morning they were then given a breakfast. And the two people who didn't get the badges had to do the trial. So there was a purpose of gaining a badge.
I felt sorry for Alex on that last day because that was one day she was really trying, and it was a day too late.
Well, so she said that it's what people don't see you do is what really counts, and not the things people see you do, which is in the real world probably counts, but on a reality TV show, it's all about what you see. So unfortunately for Alex, it didn't quite work out.
She was doing the wood, which is as we know, is the hardest job in camp, which you think was probably like the easiest to collect wood and get, but it's a really long trek. And the easiest job is the dunny, which is the thing you think no one wants.
Clearing up the poo.
Shona loves it. Although, I don't know, does she love it because she stole air freshener?
But she doesn't like using the toilet after someone else, perhaps. But I don't know how she smuggled air freshener into...
It was like a whole tube.
It was a can, a full can of air freshener. It wasn't even just like a little kind of like those things you put in the in the toilet.
Apparently, they revealed on I'm So to Get Me Out of Here, Unpacked, which is on ITV2
with Joel Dommett,
now.
Famous for The Masked Singer and his penis.
I still feel that... he is famous for his penis, you're correct. That's how everyone knows him.
Masturbating on live camera on the internet.
And why not?
To a lady.
Or Dan Wootton, who knows?
Either or.
He's in court right now, so I can't comment.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. They announced it on Unpacked, which we know Joe is quite good at doing.
Very being unpacked, yes.
That she didn't like smuggle it into camp. After a trial, she stole it from a production desk. So on the way out after a trial, she saw a big tube of air freshener.
She was like, whoop. Although that's quite telling about how, see, this is the underbelly of the television. You see, you just see what they prove. Again, Alex, you only see what people see. They show what people see, but obviously Shona then must have had time with the producer afterwards and talked to maybe a counsellor and did this, that, and the other. And you don't see those bits on the screen, so you just think they do the trial, they have a quick chat with Van Dijk, they go back to camp.
Do they nip to a little staff toilet? Is that where the air freshener was?
This is what I'm suggesting. Maybe they've got a luxurious toilet and they're like, oh, can I quickly spend a penny? And they're like, yeah, go on then. And it's like a porter cabin. And there's you have a luxurious toilet there. So, these things they see behind the scenes. I mean, it's not, there was other contraband in the camp, which was salt.
Yep,
and
5 sachets of salt.
We've seen in the past people they've stolen sugar from their hotel room, coffee granules from their tea bags from their hotel room. Last series, I believe, they stole tea bags and they kept sharing the tea bag and dipping
Back in the old days when you were allowed no makeup, people used to bring in secret bits of mascara, didn't they? And they got stolen. But everyone seems to be having makeup freely this
Not
series.
Lisa. Lisa's going full naked.
She's being attacked.
But she's been bitten by at least 100 mosquitoes. I feel for Lisa Riley, honestly.
She seems to have calmed down now. Like, she was getting really attacked a few days ago. Now it seems to have settled. But yeah. Do you remember as well, do you want to talk about that weird thing when Vogue came into the camp? And
that was the weird thing.
No, but like the way that she randomly was like, oh, it's so hard being the ugliest person in this camp. And then she just stood there and looked around and she'd only
Fishing
just entered
for compliments.
and she was like freshly showered, hair blow dried, all her jewelry, necklaces, rings on. It's like, sorry, Vogue, what's going on here?
I know, she's so...
Like, she went up to Ruby and Lisa and she was like, it's so hard being the ugliest person here, isn't it, Lisa? Ruby, anything to say? It's like, for God's sake. So that kind of put my back up a little bit.
Vogue's really like the most vanilla in there. Like, she's brought nothing to the show so far. Like, everyone's brought something. I say Vogue, I'm going to add Eddie to that too, because really Eddie's added nothing to the show either, other than his
They tried at
commentary.
The beginning, but like that seems to have pitted out a bit, his commentary and all of that. So I feel like they're kind of swaying away from his edit a little bit.
They have his bits when he's in the, what do they call it? The Telegraph. Yeah, they have his bits when he's in the Telegraph, when he's like calling things out and stuff like that. But Eddie's just so like, as soon as he comes on screen as well, I'm just like, I don't care, move on. I really don't. There's something, I don't know, I just don't get Eddie. Like the rest of them, I find them interesting. I want to learn more about them. Shona singing left, right, and centre, and H I find fascinating. I love hearing about it, like his family. Obviously, they keep constantly ripping off the plaster of poor Jack Osborne and asking him about his father. Oh, so your father's died? So your father's died, Jack. How do you feel about that, Jack? Jack, do you feel good about that, Jack?
But Lisa did it the first time when she kept going, oh yeah, I know how you feel. Tell me more. Tell me a bit more. Tell me more.
But then Eddie did it.
Yeah, then Eddie did it.
And Eddie was like, come on, Jack, tell me. And it's like, and then Eddie afterwards then made it about himself and was like, oh, well, Jack, I'm sorry that I did that to you. Now tell me more about your dad.
I know.
I mean, I said this before. Jack was on there to talk about his dad, and he has talked about his dad, and he's given some stories. He's done the stock story about buying a head off a bat and blah blah blah, and he's told a few extra stories about his dad, and it's great. I love listening about the Osborne family. I mean, you were fascinated by them in the year 2000 when the documentaries, the docu-soap, whatever came out about them, but it's just, I just feel bad for Jack because it's obviously very raw still, and in that environment, it's going to hurt more. And it's just that everyone
just keeps bringing up.
Everyone keeps bringing it up.
His dad or something about him cooking or something. It's like, well, that's the only two things. So far,
and I feel bad for Jack because I think he almost went in there knowing the intentions of why the production crew put him in there. Maybe was he approached, or did he approach them? We'll never know. But it's just, I don't know. I just feel bad for Jack because he just constantly gets it. It's like what makes me more upset is because it's selfish reasons why it keeps getting brought up. Is because people want to get that reaction from Jack, and you can tell that's what they want. They want that reaction from Jack, and it's like, just stop it. Stop it. Leave him alone. Let him be. Let him be.
I mean, who else have we learnt more about? Alex. I was surprised to learn about her girlfriend.
Oh.
Call me shocked.
Yes, go on, carry on. I was going to say, carry on.
I had no idea that she was in a relationship with Jess Glynn.
Yes, I didn't know
Jess Glynn was bisexual, lesbian, whatever she is. I was like, what's going on here? So I was very shocked for someone who listens to Jess Glynn. So.
It was an interesting story as well, how they met. They met at a restaurant, and Jess approached her, and Alex liked that she was
very... Was it a posh restaurant?
I believe so. I can't remember. Was it the Ivy or something?
I wonder what Jess Glynn was dressed in.
I don't know.
Do you not know that story about Jess Glynn?
No, tell me more.
She went to a posh restaurant in joggers and a hoodie, and she got chucked out. But she made a big rant online about it.
Good
she
was
for her. Like, why are you chucking me out? I had every right to be there.
I mean, that is a bit privileged, to be fair, but still, it's like,
or maybe it's privileged to expect you to be dressed up to go to a restaurant.
Yeah, but if it had been anyone other than Jess Glynn who has a platform there, she can do a rant like that, then it would just be forgotten.
I didn't
and
get
never
very
thought
well
about
for her
again.
online.
Well, I was going to say that doesn't surprise me because that does stink of privilege a little bit. Let's be honest, it does.
She wanted to wear a hoodie, and she said, if I was a man in there, if I was a rapper in there, I'd be wearing that and you wouldn't chuck me out.
Well, let's try that out. H, go to the same restaurant and wear a hoodie and see if you get chucked out. And if he doesn't, then Jess was entirely entitled to have that rant online.
Exactly.
But Alex, particularly talking about rants, from Jess Glynn, Alex likes that about Jess. She's very forthcoming, very forward, very confident. And Alex said that's the thing that struck her immediately of what she liked about Jess.
Yeah, she struggled with her sexuality. She said, I had been with men, never really did it for me. Women know what they're doing.
I mean,
stick that way.
They've talked about sex a lot.
Ruby was jealous.
Well,
she has a husband.
Ruby has a husband, but no one would know that from the way she's flirting with the kiosk Kev and H
to begin with, and Tom when he came in, even though Tom's gay. She didn't bother Ruby.
And her family photo is of her two cats.
Yeah,
which does sniff of what you would do if you were on a reality.
That's what
TV
I would
show.
do.
Yeah, you would. Just a picture of Charlie. Producer Charlie.
Everyone. That's what would be my picture in camp.
With just like the corner of my face in the corner like that.
I mean, the pictures from home are really affecting Ginge this episode, the one we just watched last night. He was like
the most recent.
Jack kind of had a go at him for pretending he got 5 stars when he got 11 and was like, don't do that. And ever since then, Ginge seems really like sad and upset all day. And it's like, Jack, do you not remember what you did 2 days ago when you stormed in really angrily and aggressively and pretended you failed the thing, and Martin Kent was crying? It's like, well, how's that any different to what Ginge did, really? If not worse, I'd say. Their acting, especially coming in violent like Jack did, that could be much more triggering than what Ginge did.
It's weird because Jack's kind of like sticking the fact that it's like, this is a reality show, so I don't know if I can trust you anymore. And it's like, but this isn't a reality show where you're voting for people to leave the show. So really, trust and alliances and that doesn't count. Which is why it's another, again, going back to, like I've said before, which is why this is like the perfect environment for this show to be more about the celebrities talking than about the challenges and the games. And I am happy that they're showing a lot more of that. For me, anyway, I'm pleased that they're showing a lot more of that.
Yeah, because the challenges this year have really been like
cheap.
Cheap, really basic, really. They're just the same challenge over and over again, but with one different prop, basically, and a key and a block, basically.
ITV have been called out also online for using AI. Because a lot of their pictures, especially the one they actually had a task where you had to match a picture with a picture. Develop them, yeah, exactly. And also the one where they were flying and they used the logo of an alligator flying a plane. All AI. And that has ruffled a few feathers.
Cheap bastards, ITV.
It's cheap, but also it's taking away the what's the word? The payment to someone who could have actually done those drawings for them.
Creative team.
Creative. Well, yeah, the creative team for ITV is clearly ChatGPT now, using AI to make them.
We all know that ITV have no budget, but like you can really tell that with the challenges. Like there's been no really high up ones, there's been no water tank ones, there's been no like adrenaline adventure. They're all just been them lying on a bed or in a box and the same old, the same rats, same alligators getting reused day after day.
They used to be so elaborate.
They don't get a day off.
Their challenges used to be really, really elaborate, like insanely elaborate. Some of them, like they would have something floating high in the above the canopy of the forest. They would have a full swimming pool, like Olympic-sized swimming pool, full of something, and they'd have to go under the water and grab things in a tunnel. Like now, I think the most elaborate one they've done so far is the Fallout bunker. And that was literally 3 rooms that they must have had underneath, the ground. It's, you can really tell the budget has been taken out of the show. And
it doesn't help with how it's like, this isn't a new, you know what I mean? This is 25 years old.
This is an old format. Like, it's an old format. And I think it is falling out of grace with people.
Yeah, it's a bit formulaic, but to talk about a format. But like, yeah, I've seen the only change they've had is you can't vote the same person to do a challenge every week, which seems to have worked subconsciously on the public because it's been like...
It alternates between H and Ginge normally.
But there's also been... Everyone has been voted apart from Lisa Riley. She's the only one who hasn't so far. So it has worked, like the mixing up, not being able to vote the same person every time. But I do think they could do a few more game changes.
But it depends on whether they maybe
change the stars,
fewer. Maybe they change it to they do fewer challenges, because if you also notice the Kiosk Keith challenges, they used to be one of them every episode. I think they've done 3 this series so far, and that's something they used to do every episode. Now whether they do them and they don't show them, or they're just not being done as often anymore. That's also interesting, because obviously they were quite big. Some of those challenges ended up sometimes being quite elaborate too. They would have them flying through the trees and this, that, and the other.
Well, that's why there's no budget.
This is what I'm saying. Their budget is
maybe
much
2
lower.
a week, like this podcast.
Yeah. And also their app keeps breaking, so they're having to keep delaying the vote, which is a real problem for a show like this. ITV and Deck are constantly saying, "Oh, you might be having problems with the app."
You have 8 minutes to vote.
Yeah.
Well, and last night you didn't have a chance. They just said it at the end of the episode.
But the app they suddenly said, "Oh, you can vote now" at the end of the episode. And I don't know this for a fact. Obviously, I don't work in ITV production, but I suspect that there may have been some problems on their end, and that's why they had to delay the vote.
Because they've got rid of the app, and it just links you to a website now, and they did that with Big Brother as well this year. There's no app anymore, so you vote on a website, and then all the social media stuff is just posted on Instagram stories and all the votes and stuff. So again, budget cuts, I guess. What, to run an app?
But they have to pay for the app, and they have to pay for someone to look after it.
But with a show like I'm a Celebrity, where there's way more people wanting to vote than Big Brother, it's obviously causing trouble because the website...
They've probably gone for the cheapest deal, haven't they? They probably got the app producer probably said, right, we've got 3 tiers.
WordPress.
Bronze, silver,
10% off.
Bronze, silver, gold. What would you like? ITV are like, do you have anything less than bronze? And is there AI? But it's such a shame that such a I'm using the term prestige, but for ITV, this was one of their crown jewels.
And it's one of their last ones remaining.
Yes, and ITV are struggling like heck at the moment with ad revenue, and this was seen as like one of their like big guns to get the ad revenue.
it's right before Christmas as well.
Right before Christmas, so people like watching it.
High.
Mm-hmm. But as we've seen on a lot of articles, the ratings are struggling, and they need to think how can we. They need to give the show a shake up.
They need to change it.
Very formulaic.
Even the challenges, like even though it's bugs and snakes and rats, like every single celebrity and everyone watching, we know it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's been done before.
One, it's not scary to any of the celebrities. It's like when H did it yesterday, they like cut to him and there was like people dancing around dressed up as ghouls and putting snakes.
I mean, that was desperate, wasn't it? It was like, I'm a ghost.
And it's like Ant and Dec were there going,
yeah.
And then they cut to H and he was just lying there like undoing a knot, like nothing was happening. So yeah.
The thing is that you have such high production reality competition shows nowadays. Look at the Traitors. It's not it's probably necessarily got any bigger a budget than what I'm Celebrity has. No. Probably a lesser budget because it's on the BBC. But the production value makes up for it. It's so well done. It gives such an atmosphere. When they're having the round table, when they're talking to one another, you just feel tense watching it. But it's exciting to watch as well. I'm a Celebrity. It's meant to be cozy television. But it's gone too cozy, and now it's a bit too like, ugh. I think, and also look at Australian I'm a Celebrity. They have, I forget Steve Owen's son's name, but he said he would only present it if, I want to say Bindi, but that's his sister. I love his sister, Bindi. Yeah. But he said he would only present...
I do know his name, but I can't remember.
He would only present the Australian series if they got rid of the animal...
cruelty, yeah.
Yeah, the animal tasks, the challenges. And they did... And it's really popular in Australia still. So there is a way there, because again, there's a lot of discourse I've seen online where people are getting genuinely like, why would I watch an archaic TV show from 25 years ago where they feel it's okay to throw an alligator or a rat into someone's face and not, and I get that. I genuinely get that 100%.
I think they just need to change up, like, instead of just each star being a meal, like, change some things up to cause a bit of... Because look how much rivalry went on because two people contraband stuff like and secrets, and Jack didn't like that Ginge was keeping a secret. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could win all the stars and Ant and Dec could say, oh, before you go back to camp, did you want to change 2 stars and get something for yourself, or be immune for a vote or something like that?
Yeah, because we were remembering very fondly. We were remembering very fondly when about it must have been 3-4 years ago. It was when the boxer was on there. And anyway, they did the kiosk Keef or whatever the challenge was at the time, which is the little challenge. They won it, but they told them they hadn't won it and ate the food themselves before they got to camp.
That was Ian Thingy, the radio presenter, wasn't it? And someone.
Oh, Ian Lee.
Ian Lee. It was him and someone else.
It was the boxer, wasn't it? I'm sure of it. I forget. Remember. But anyway, and that was really good and really interesting, really fun. And that ran for about 3 days.
It was like on the fucking front page of the papers as well, wasn't it?
And yes,
people were very upset by that.
Very upset
in the
about
UK.
It. But it's just the show genuinely needs a shake up. The problem is whenever they reformat a show, sometimes they go too desperate and too far. Looking at X Factor, and it just becomes the shadow of the show it was.
But they had a new logo this year. This was the year to do it.
The new logo. That's all they needed. Just change the logo.
it was the time to do it. If they've changed the logo and updated the graphics, why don't you just add a few little twists and turns in?
Because I think they'll still get the star power coming in. It's like it's not like that's something that's going to be difficult for them to draw, because they don't. It's not like they have like 20 people on the show either.
It'll just force them into situations like when it started raining on last night's episode. Like it forced them all to huddle together under a thing, and then they all started talking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's when Shona started singing.
Yes, well, beautiful, harmonious
Shona
tunes. So, what are your opinions on winners now? Now it's been 10 days.
Oh, I think it's going to be definitely either H or Gingy wins because of the way the public vote's going. And it's clear that some influence somewhere that we're obviously not privy to is happening.
Because obviously Ginger's
young people.
Streamer, isn't he? I think there's like a streamer somewhere who's part of their group who is promoting people to vote Ginge and H every other episode. I can't back this any up with any facts.
No.
Just what I'm thinking in my head is that's what they're doing. It's the type of thing that they would do.
It's funny how I find it funny how they're not showing a lot of Martin Kemp, as whether he's not doing anything interesting.
He sounds a bit poorly though, like quite a lot of the time when he's talking.
He sounds tired. He does sound tired, but like Martin Kemp, I thought was gonna when they put him in there as a favourite to win, because he's so fondly remembered by like a certain age demographic of young people who were young in the 80s, and
not Steve Owen.
Oh, and of course, and people who remember him fondly from the 90s as one of the Cray brothers in the film The Crays.
Oh yeah, he played both of them, didn't he?
No, he didn't. Him and his brother played the two different Crays.
Oh, what was the one where it's the same actor?
That was the new one. That was Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy, yeah. Tom Holland.
Tom Holland could do it. He's been miscast before in Uncharted.
Oh, yes, I was about to say.
I want Shona and Martin to talk about EastEnders. They haven't talked about it once yet. Why not?
Maybe they've got...
I want Shona, Martin and Lisa to talk about soaps, please.
Martin talked about when he was considered as James Bond.
Yes.
Which was before he was on EastEnders, which was interesting. And he talked about his... Again, we're not talking about anything they're talking about on the show. We're saying they need to talk more, and we're not talking about it. Martin talked about his tumour on his head.
Oh, yeah, they gave him dyslexia.
Yeah. And then we were both like, well, how did he learn the script then for EastEnders? Good. See, this is why we learn more about that, please. I love Ruby to bits. Like, everything she says is just, I said it's dry. Her humour's brilliant. I love it. It's right up my alley.
I think she's almost always on the cusp of upsetting someone, but never quite does.
Yeah. So, and she calls people out as well. It's like she called H, and I think another reason why Ginge got a bit upset in the last episode was because she called H and Ginge out for being like, they're the new heads of the camp. Yeah. And she said when Vogue and Tom were doing it, they weren't like dominating, pushing their power onto people, but you two seem to be taking it very seriously, and I don't really understand why. And I think they both looked a bit sheepish when she said that. They both realised it's like, oh, maybe we are being a bit pricks. I know Tom's your favourite though.
Tom?
Yeah, you love Tom.
No, I don't mind him. I just don't know.
I think he's all right, actually.
Yeah, but I didn't like him before he went in. This has always happened. But like,
his voice is still a bit like... Yeah. I couldn't listen to it for too long.
It's not that. It's that I don't know if it's genuine. I don't know if that's true to him. And I'd rather... But I guess he's been doing this for so long now it's too late to be genuine. But I just don't... I don't know. Maybe he is like that. Maybe he does talk. We saw him. There was a thing on our YouTube algorithm that came up from 2016 when he was on The Voice.
Yes.
We were like, let's click it and see how he talks. And then he had the same voice. So he's been doing it for 10 years at least.
And they said his singing style was drag. So...
But H did say, like, the first time that he met him, he said to the camera in the bush thing, he's like, I wonder how long he can keep that up for, his act up for. Okay. So he didn't believe him either. So I'm not the only one, but yeah.
Well, he's doing a good job because it's been a week now and he's still keeping the voice
and
up.
He's nice. Everyone likes him. He's fine.
Yeah, but, I mean, he's inoffensive. He's quite sweet actually. And some of the conversations he has are, to use a Tom term, charming. And I honestly don't have a problem with Tom whatsoever.
I just feel like he's the similar problem I have with, who's that American female comedian who presented Have I Got News For You the other day?
Her. I know. Yeah.
I have the same vibe of her. I just don't trust her or him because I just don't feel like they're being real. They're always on. They're never off. And she's the same. I can't remember her name. Find her name.
I'm going to find her name.
Because I've heard her on a few podcasts and she's always sort of on, like, she's never just her natural self, or she never answers a question naturally. And that's what I feel the same with Tom. I feel he's always on performing, and I feel like I've not yet seen the real him yet. So
okay, you'll probably find them much quicker than I will. I'm really bad at finding.
What is her name? Ryan? No, Ryan something.
Christine Ryan or something.
Ryan.
Caroline Ryan. While you're looking for that, so yeah, I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping that
Catherine
Ryan. There you go. I'm really hoping that they'll.
Thanks. I'm thanking myself.
When do they start doing the votes? Like voting people out?
Them off?
Yeah,
next week, isn't it?
Okay, so I'm hoping that when they start getting rid of maybe.
I mean, I hate to say it. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it.
It might be a bit better. I don't know.
Because it always happens on the UK that it ends up being a very white final elimination.
Yes.
And anyone who isn't white gets voted off first. So it will be Eddie or Alex. Not that I want them to, but I don't like saying it. But at the same time, Eddie's also my least favourite. I feel bad saying it.
I don't feel bad.
Thinking it into the world.
I only would feel bad if it was anything other than I think his personality doesn't work with me, and so I just don't get on with him. But I'm sure outside the world he's lovely, but on the show he's just not shown anything other than shouting, making up rhymes, and saying like ridiculous things about situations which aren't funny.
Yeah, I think like the early ones out are going to be Eddie, Shona, Vogue, Kelly, Martin.
Vogue's brought nothing to the show, so I think Vogue's out. I think Lisa.
I like Shona, but I think she's getting a bit of a Talisa. You remember Talisa? last year, she's getting a similar edit where she's not really
being shown
there, so she may not get votes.
Shown as not showing up. I think Lisa's in danger. The fact that you said that she's not done a challenge yet kind of shows that people aren't paying her attention. Don't get me wrong, I love Lisa, but it's one of those weird ones that obviously maybe she's just not clicking with the audience. And I feel it's so sad that I hear that people don't like Kelly. I love Kelly Brook. I think she's funny.
I'll take up with Kelly Osbourne.
Well, I will, Kelly.
I mean, Ant and Dec don't like Kelly Brook, so I don't know how that interview is going to go. Well, that's why she got sacked from Britain's Got Talent as a judge, because they said they didn't like her.
Is that true?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Well, allegedly.
I was going to say, allegedly there.
But apparently that's why they got rid of her.
Ant and Dec
said they didn't gel with her. So maybe they'll do an interview.
I'm very much looking forward to that interview.
Do you know they're a bit snipey? Like with
I knew that.
She doesn't want her age to be known.
They showed her age,
and they made a nickname for her the other day, like Kelly Welly something. And I was like, oh, still there.
Oh, I see.
Chipping away at Kelly Brook. Poor Kelly Brook. I like Kelly. I think she's nice.
I've got no problem with Kelly Brook at all.
I liked her on Race Across the World with her husband. I like her on here. She's fine.
She's just trying to make a career, kids. Just trying to make a career.
She's nice.
Oh, I can't believe I'm really disappointed to hear that information about Kelly Brook. I knew that Philip Schofield didn't like Amanda Holden, and that's why she didn't get the job on This Morning. But that's allegedly.
Holds a lot of power.
But, white men... Never changes, does it? So let's have a think. Right, if you want to get in touch with us and talk to us about anything that you've watched on I'm a Celebrity or in general, just watch in general, you can comment underneath the video if you're watching us on YouTube or listening or watching us on Spotify. You can listen to us on any of your favourite podcast apps, and you can find us on our social media by going to our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2. On there, it's got all the links that you need to know. If you like the podcast, you can help us monetarily by giving us a one-off £5 or a monthly £5 contribution by going to buymeacoffee.com/faithful. And we don't know when we'll be doing this again. As we said, this is very sporadic.
No, I feel bad because when we did the first episode, loads of people commented and got in touch and said, oh, so glad you're doing this. Really looking forward to it. So we are going to continue the whole series. It's just this show, you can't do a podcast every day. I don't know how Joel Dommett does it, to be quite honest. Fill the whole
hour as well. A whole hour.
It's impossible. So we are coming back. We'll be back on first eviction?
Let me just quickly check my notes to make sure we've talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Jess Glynn relationship, AI pictures, grieving father. Here we go. Kelly Osbourne wants to be a dog walker because she likes walking.
Osbourne.
Sorry, but although Kelly Osbourne might be the same, Kelly Brook wants to be a dog walker because she
loves dogs,
likes walking dogs, but she has a dog walker looking after her dogs.
Yeah, and she pays them loads. So.
And she pays them too much. Yes, she said they must be getting good wage because she pays them a lot. And she also likes it.
Walk your own dogs, Kelly, if you want to be a dog walker.
Yeah, Kelly. God, I'm beginning to dislike you too. And Kelly also likes it bareback.
Wow. Don't we all?
Which is what she said.
You think there's a little spark between H and Shona as well?
I do. Oh my goodness. Should we talk about that really quickly? There's a little spark between H and Shona. I saw it today.
She is single, I think. I mean, she wasn't, but now she's on. She broke up with her boyfriend recently. She's always on TikTok Live with him, isn't she?
Single and ready to mingle. I think Shona and H would do well. I was about to say they could do like a Peter Andre, Katie Price duet. A whole new world, and he could rap in the bits in between.
There you go.
She'll go, a whole new world. And he'll be like, yeah, a whole new world. Yeah. Flying on my carpet, magic ride. Yeah. A whole big fantastic point of view. Flowing across the sky. Yeah. Arabian skies.
We're going to get copyrighted in a minute.
Come on, let's go.
This sounds so much like the original.
Wild West. Joe West. Desperado.
You're going to get complaints sent in. For appropriation.
A lot of people won't hear this bit because I've just done the social bits and they'll turn off and think.
That's true.
So if you
say whatever we want.
If you've listened past me doing the impression and we're talking nonsense, please put in wiki wah.
Right.
There you go.
So we don't know when we're going to be back. Don't know when we're going to be back, everyone.
No. But it could be any time between now and soon. The very, very close future.
When you can hear our audio waves through the internet. Yeah. So until then, everybody, ta-ta, ta-ra.